If you've been around long enough, you know that I love My Hero Academia. I don't really think that would be a surprise to any of you. What you might not know though is that I am also a die-hard shipper. I know, it isn't for everyone and not everyone likes it, but hey, to each their own. For me, shipping is just a fun way to express my love for these characters, and hoping for their happiness. As dumb as it might seem to wish for the happiness of fictional characters. These just happen to be some of the ones that I'm most invested in. These ships will be in no particular order except for the first and last ship. This is mainly just because I honestly can't decide what order I want most of them to be in. With that, let's get right into this. The first one on the list is one that I was a huge fan of for quite some time when I first read the manga, but has more recently fallen hard in my personal rankings of MHA ships, but I still feel it deserves a mention. That pairing is BakuMina, or Bakugo and Mino Ashido. BakuMina to me just seemed to be a perfect pairing because of their opposing personalities. With Mina having the outgoing and personable archetype, it really balances Bakugo's harsher personality. I could just imagine Bakugo going off on someone and Mina being at his side to remind him that he has to keep up a better image as a hero, and him then grumpily apologizing. That's just a couple dynamic I've always had a soft spot for. Next is the predictable IzuOcha pairing. I know, it's as vanilla as ice cream. There's just something about two cinnamon rolls being warm and gooey with each other that is really appealing to me. I don't know, I'm a bit of a romantic, so seeing two characters who are absolutely perfect for each other is really nice. In addition to that, there is the angst that gets introduced by them not being able to be completely open about their feelings, because they have to focus on becoming heroes and helping others, so they don't have the time for romance. Moving right along, the next ship is possibly the most controversial on the entire list, GrapeCreate, or that of Mineta and Momo. I don't really have an excuse for this one. I just really like the idea of Mineta eventually growing out of his horny on everything phase and learning to love women in a more healthy way. I know it's not really likely, but I think that their personalities might mesh really well together. Next is the ship that replaced my main ship for Bakugo, KiriBaku. There is nothing more beautiful in the entire world than the love that one bro shares for another. And I believe that the broship they have would only take a little nudge. Just a little one, please. Honestly, this ship is life and is pretty close to being my favorite out of the entire list. Also, they have a pretty similar dynamic to that of BakuMina, so you know Kirishima isn't afraid to tell Bakugo when he's being an idiot. A very important thing to keep in mind when being with someone who is a bit of a hothead. Possibly the only ship on the list that is more controversial than Mineta and Momo is the TogaDeku ship. Let me explain. I feel like Deku is just about the only character that has a chance of helping Toga find her way back to the light, especially after the events of chapter 287. That kind of redemption for one of my favorite designs in the series, mixed with the bizarre chemistry between the two of them, is just kind of nice. Also, I really dig the chaotic vibe that Toga gives off in comparison to the relatively straight-laced heroic Deku. What can I say, opposites seem to really attract each other in my opinion. KamiJiro is low-key one that makes me really happy. His easygoing nature is a great compliment to her more aloof personality. He would be patient enough to see through her facade to know that deep down, she's really a very passionate person. He would also be really supportive of her music and hero careers and push her to do what she loves. It is very good. I love it. Before we get to the number one pick, I just want to briefly talk about my least favorite ship in MHA. The one that makes me mad anytime I see it brought up. It almost brings a tear to my eye. The No Mineta ship. A ship between Mineta and not existing. Who dares wish the boy, this child, my child, Mineta into non-existence? I cannot believe this disrespect. It is completely unacceptable. But I digress. This is the incorrect video for that rant. Perhaps another time? And now for the thing that absolutely no one has been waiting for. Except for me, because I made the video. And that ship is none other than MidoTsuyu. Like I said with the IzuOcha ship, there's just something really appealing about two literal cinnamon rolls having a thing for each other. It's just such a comfy ship, and it has the added benefit that I love Froppy's design so much more than Ochiko's. In addition to that, I have a thing for really empathetic and emotional characters. It's refreshing to see a character be so blatant about being emotional, and for a very good reason, as seen after the end of the Hideout raid arc. Not gonna lie, it kinda hit me in the feels. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. Who are some of your favorite ships in My Hero? Tell me down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. 90% of you haven't, and it makes me sad. You don't want to make Minetta's father sad, do you? Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Have a great day, my dudes.